Testing. Anyway, alright, so today's plastic model is this thing. Let me see at first if is it working? Let's see now. Hold on, let me check first if this is working properly. Yep, this is working. Alrighty. So yeah, Tonari no Seki-kun. Why am I saying it weird? Basically, it's a desk and chair set. So this is from a show, well, from manga show. I don't know. It's the anime. I don't know. It ran a while ago. Date on this thing. I don't know. But yeah, I did watch this show and it was like fun. Like, it's basically a story of a boy and girl in a class, and this guy is always distracted and doing stuff at his desk, and this one's is getting distracted by the other one. And it's, well, basically it's a small comedy type thing. And yeah, it's fun. I mean, you should definitely try to find it and watch it. If I recall, oh, what is this? Sticker on it. Yeah. If I recall, there's, the show went on for, I think it was short for, I don't think it was like 20 minutes. 30 minutes like this per episode. It was like shorter. I may be wrong about that, but like it was like lots of like small skits essentially. And yeah, it's like comedy and really funny. And yeah, I really like that show. But yeah, so for our event, you have like completely white hair girl. That's normal in Japan, I guess. I mean, if you think about it, like it is very stressful to be a student with all the exams and stuff. So probably you have like completely white hair. So that's just stress. And also, maybe she's being stressed with this guy. But yeah, basically this guy's always like doing things on his desk, experimenting, building things, what have you. And yeah, so it's a kid by Hasegawa Hobby. Yeah, there's no, obviously there's no, well, it would be difficult, I guess, in the size of box to have like the figures as well, unless like static figures, I guess. But yeah, it's just a desk and chair, I guess, with some stuff on them. It's a 1/12 scale, so I guess you have like 1/12 scale figures. You can put them on there. Yeah, it's very simple. It's just like, I think I'm going to do that. It does require glue and, oh, basically there's instructions on the back of the box. There's no instructions. And so basically it's just like dead simple. Yeah, I don't know what, well, I bought this because I like the show, basically. Look at her face. That's basically sums up the show. It's basically that, like, this guy doing things, this girl freaking out. But yeah, it's a good show. I think the manga like went on hiatus for a while, and when they resumed, it's basically like time skip to basically those two being married, because obviously, and they have a kid, and the kid does what he does, basically at a small scale. I think I need to catch up, but yeah, it's a good show. Very simple kid. Hasegawa. So Hasegawa does like, I guess it's like older stuff. I don't know, more like I'd put it old-fashioned kind of things. I mean, they do modern things too, but like a lot of their kits are seem like it's not like sci-fi. Well, they do have sci-fi stuff. I don't know, but they just have a different feel from Bandai and the other ones. It's more like, I don't know, old school, I guess. But yeah, I mean, this is very simple. Not much to say. Instructions on the box. SP320, I guess that's the code for this thing. Blah blah, Hasegawa Corporation and all that for Japanese use only. This is, I guess, the survey. What's it? Please apply black. Oh, I guess, yeah, it's not painted at all. So yeah, dead simple. Okay, I guess I'll just build it and see what happens. Yeah, it requires glue, so I'm gonna need this thing, probably, and yeah. Okay, hold on a second. Okay. Let's just open this. There's no tape. Okay, actually, let me get a. I get a screenshot. I think I get a snapshot. I mean, so do it again. 1, 2, 3. Got a snapshot, and yeah. All right. Let's open this. Again, it's a bit tricky for no reason. Now, what am I doing? Okay. It doesn't want to come open. One side, other side's open. So what do we get in the box? We get the runners, obviously, very simple, 2 sets of things. Yeah, this is like a limited. The problem with like Hasegawa is like when they do something, it's not like Bandai, where Bandai tends to. I mean, you kind of. Eventually, Bandai will like reissue stuff. Like if there's even a very, very old kit, sometimes you'll get like randomly orders being filled for old stuff. Oh, and you get a set of like things to put on the. Oh, it's papercraft. Oh, nice. So it's papercraft stuff. It's a set of. I don't know one of those things. Printing artifacts. Oh, that's like. Oh, those are for the erasers. So basically, you can do papercraft. Like, how the hell you can do that? This is like requires like very precise cutting here, I think. So these are all from the show, more or less. Like this, all these like it's like stuff he does on his desk. And I guess this is for Yayoi, the girl. And yeah, why do you have so many? I guess you can build. I don't think how you can do that. Those are not like if you fold 1, 2. I guess you could fold that. Those are erasers. So you need to like cut these very accurately, fold them somehow, glue them because I guess this little tab here is for glue. That's like a lot of detail. I don't know if you can see this, but basically these are all like, it's not like pre-cut, so you have to like very carefully cut those out. I need like a sharp X-Acto knife to do this, so obviously I'm not going to do that now. It's like very difficult. These are impossible, I guess, unless you like cut them around. I mean, I don't think, yeah, it's not this is not practical. It would be practical if like printed like as on like a plastic sheet and like perforated the outline or something. That would have been more useful. But yeah, this is like I guess you could like do the big ones, but like the tiny ones, like all these eraser things, I don't think that's gonna be doable. And these are, yeah. Okay. This is just a sheet of, I guess I'll keep that over there somehow. There's no instructions because the instructions on the back of the box, so we can just figure it out. I guess what is this? Warranty, I guess? I don't need that. Okay, so. But yeah, I was saying like, the problem with the Hasegawa kits is like, This is like a limited run, so I doubt limited edition. So I doubt this will ever be made again. Hasegawa tends to. I mean, I guess most manufacturers might do that. I mean, they make something, and then like if you miss the chance to get it the first time, you basically never get it, and you have to like rely on people who resellers, scalpers. I don't know. Well, basically, like eventually, this might you might find on eBay or some like third-party website sold for like way more. That's why I prefer buying stuff on HLJ because Top League Japan, because like it's you get it at MSRP or slightly below MSRP. And I think 1999.co.jp does that too at MSRP, but I don't know if they're. I mean, their shipping policy. I think I prefer HLJ's shipping policy because like it's like it's more practical for people who like buy stuff, a lot of model kits. Whereas 1999 you have to like keep watch, and you can't. I mean, you can like. I don't know if you can back order stuff on there. But yeah, it's the back of the disc. Which way is front? Which way is back? Okay, let's figure this out. So curved that way. Okay, and the more rounded corner goes up. Okay, this goes forward. All right. Okay, so I guess shouldn't be too difficult. All right, let me start building and nipping. I guess nipping first should be very easy. And this time I'm going to take my time because this is simple, but I'm going to clean the parts a bit because there's few parts, so it shouldn't take too long. What's it made of? I don't know. Doesn't say what kind of plastic this is. It's not that relevant. Although, I mean, if it should work with plastic cement, looks like it's not like soft plastic. PS polystyrene. So this is polystyrene. Should be okay, I guess. I mean, what's the other thing I did recently with polystyrene? Which kind of a pain. I did something recently with polystyrene. I felt like, yeah, this was kind of annoying. It wasn't a band. I think it was like a Suyata thing. Ship. But yeah, as usual, this was picked at random. The kit was picked at random like a few minutes before I started the stream. I started a bit late, so I just like, oh, this is a small box, but this is from a show that I actually like. Okay, let's do all the same sides first. I'll finish them off, polish them off a bit in a minute. It's a bit, lots of pipes. To be careful not to trim the wrong. Oh, it's the back of the chair, I guess. Yeah, you don't really need numbering for these. No, I don't know if it was in focus or not. There we go. Maybe I wasn't. I feel like I might not have been. Okay, so let me just make sure I got this thing in focus, like in shot, and not like building it and it's off screen the whole time. And drink some tea. Nobody's watching. Okay. I mean, you think about it. There's nothing in this show that would require that. Like, there's nothing that says, "Oh, let's make model kits of these." But these things exist. So it's weird, but it's unlike the thing I did yesterday, the weird gun thing, from that, I guess, live action show. Which I guess you could use it for like cosplay and stuff. Talking about one application of those, nothing, but like it's like thing like this, like it doesn't have. It's just like if you like that show, it's something that you might want. Like it makes sense for like you're a collector of things, of those things. Like this is relevant to your interests, so that's why you would buy this thing, and I guess that's why it's nice that this exists. Like this one I approve of. The weird gun thing yesterday, not really, but this one I do approve of. And yeah, I mean, like they do like they are like hobby support kits, I guess you could call them. So like I think, maybe like Hasegawa does this, or maybe it was Kotobukiya, but it's basically model like it's basically accessories for other kits. So if you're building like a diorama or something, and you need like building parts or like furniture or like things like that, so to a certain scale, or even like weapon parts and whatnot. So it's a big thing. Like I said, like Hasegawa was kind of old school, so if you only know like Gundam and stuff, it's like that's just scratching the surface. Gunpla is just it's a niche of a niche, I guess. Plastic model building is already like a niche hobby, I think. Well, kind of. It's not like very common. Like, I don't know what's a common hobby where you collect things. Stamps? No. People don't do that anymore. Who uses stamps? Well, I guess that's the only reason you would still have. No, not really, but I guess you would issue stamps for collectors sometimes. Limited run things. I think I almost got all of them. Yeah, this is, well, it's kind of, well, I mean, it's not very useful, but it's like it's what, I mean, it captures the show, I guess. Yeah, Hasegawa does like interesting, weird things sometimes, but like it's like usually limited run. Okay, I guess if like a thing is popular enough, they'll do like a reissue. I think they've been doing Macross stuff recently. I haven't built one of those yet. I do have a few of them. Eventually, I'll get around to them. But yeah, so I'm just gonna take a little minute here, just like clean the parts, so it's like all smooth and nice. Gently, not take off too much material. I want to flatten the round Get rid of the flashing a little bit. Although, I think if it's like cheap, well, I don't know how cheap like Japanese school desks are, but like the ones from my childhood were kind of cheap, and some of them were a bit rusty. Metal tubes falling apart, you could cut yourself on them. So they would have like rough edges. Okay, so I got this one, I get this one. I should probably, I'll put them this way here. Especially gently enough that flat surface, well, like smooth surfaces don't get caught on it. You don't go too fast, don't go too slow. Takes a minute to get used to. Okay, so you here. It's not like super accurate. I mean, it's okay. It's not like super accurate injection process, whatever. It's like what it is. It's good. Again, like it's only people who get this only like do it because they enjoyed that show. That's the only reason I got this. And it was cheap, so probably. I don't think it's like maybe 300, 500 yen. I don't know. Not very expensive. I'll need to see what size they are when I'm done building them. I might have some figures I can put on there. Like the other thing about polystyrene, I guess you get like those weird lines, which I guess is from the plastic cooling at different rates. So we get artifacts. Oh wait, no, that wasn't. That was not the Suyata thing. That was the Motoroid one, the Kuromokuro. That was the one that had polystyrene. Everyone's polystyrene, and you would have those artifacts on the surface, and it was also kind of a pain. One of the parts snapped. You can watch that. I think it was Kuromokuro Motoroid. It was another live stream I did a few days ago, and I'm not getting this one out. Come on. There we go. Okay. This one can be this. Remove the extra. That's why it's good to have like tools that are made specifically for plastic hobby. Well, scale model building, like nippers that are built for that. Tend to like trim much closer to the part, so you have less of a nub left over. This is probably uninteresting for most people, but I like it. So that way I managed to figure out how to like scrape the YouTube audio library doesn't have an exposed API that I could use. I work in tech, so this might not be relevant to most people, but should. I mean, most people should try to learn computers and things. It's not computer science necessarily, but like generally programming. Because lots of terms are going to eventually leak, hopefully leak into everyday. It's better if if more people know how programming works and how things work in general, the better, I think. And realize, like, sometimes you're complaining about shit that has nothing to do, it can't be solved easily, and you'll stop complaining about it. But yeah, if you mention, like, scrape the YouTube auto library, the whole thing is like 3,000, both attribution free and non-free. Well, attribution required stuff, music. Download the whole thing with all the metadata and everything. Now I need to like build playlist. It wasn't exposed by the Google Data API, so I had to like write my own tooling to do that, which is basically just a single scraper script. And basically, you can basically like steal the credentials by doing your own man-in-the-middle attack using Firefox console. I'm rambling, but nothing else to do when I'm doing this. It's a nice tube. Yeah, but if you get a chance, check out the show. I'll try to like find if there's anywhere you can watch it online and well, legally, more or less. And try to put the link in the description. Obviously, I'm not affiliated to any of those things, but I think it's a good show. I mean, it was fun to watch. You'll laugh. I mean, some people will laugh. I guess some people are just bored. Like, yeah, there's not enough robots in this. Not enough titans. Not enough whatever. I do have beef against people who watch Attack on Titan, and basically that's the extent. I mean, I guess like that, for some people, that's how they got introduced to anime, because it's, in quotes, popular. Even if you don't watch the anime, you get the memes, I call them, not memes. Memes if you must. You can tangentially watch a show without actually watching it. I haven't watched Breaking Bad, and I don't intend to, but I get the memes all the time, so I know the gist. Weeds didn't do as well as like Breaking Bad. You think about it. There was a show called Weeds, which is also about drug dealing. Person who doesn't typically deal drugs ended up dealing drugs. I think she was like the lead. Weeds end up in. It was a movie called Red, I guess, with a bunch of like aging actors, including Bruce Willis, aging action star Bruce Willis. What was the other guy name? Malcolm something. Oh, well, maybe just a little bit. John Malkovich. This is important as the other guy. Oh, that's here. Need to go back to that. Anyway, yeah. So John Malkovich, what am I even talking about? Who has an important accent, almost as important as Christopher Walken. Also very important accent. By important I mean like it's, well, notable. Need some X-Acto knife to like trim this part off. I mean, it's not, this part is not going to be visible. It's like hidden against the frame, but still. If you, yeah. It's in a weird spot. Very slowly. I mean, soft polystyrene, so it shouldn't. You can still end up gouging it by accident, so you need to be somewhat careful. What was I even talking about? Talking about weeds, Breaking Bad, memes. Oh yeah, not watching shows. Like, you don't have to watch the shows to like know of them and know enough of them. Like, I didn't watch or even read the later seasons of Attack on Titan, but I kind of get the gist of it. It's not the Attack on Titan either. That's it's the Titan of Attack, which is like later in the show. Like, it's like, oh, that's the thing. Like, I'm not gonna spoil it for anyone, I guess, at this point. Or maybe if I am, I don't care. But yeah, it's the Titan of Attack. It's not Attack on Titan, because it's Shingeki no Kyojin in Japanese. And I don't know, it's like the same like in the 80s. There were like mistranslations of some Japanese, like some, well, not just Japanese, like lots of times to translate from one language to another, they completely changed the title. The French do that a lot with like American, well, did that a lot in the old days. Old days, I mean 90s and 1990s, not 2090s, which is, we're approaching there. World wars were 100 years ago, the last World War. Time is just moving forward. But, yeah, what am I talking about? Oh, this one's, oh yeah, it's the back of the chair. So mistranslations, I guess. It's like, it's Titan of Attack, not the Attack on Titan. And there's, it's, you don't, I mean, it might be difficult to like, if you don't use Japanese, if it was like released in Western countries as like Shingeki no Kyojin or even the Titan of Attack, I guess it wouldn't have as much, it doesn't have as much impact as like Titan of Attack. Or the Attack Titan. I just managed to drop this. How did I do that? Well, it's a big piece, so it should be fine. This part here. Gently. Try not to go too fast. Push this part. For the most part, if you use like a specialized nipper, you won't really need to deal with those. I mean, they're like very slight, but they'll still show if you ever have to paint it or have to like sometimes the little nubs can get in the way of like parts fitting nicely together. And there's some flashing on this end. I guess it was in a weird position. I mean, just taking my time with this one because it's a small kit, so it won't take very long to assemble. Okay. What was I rambling about already? Attack on Titan. Not Titan of Attack. Oh, it's the same as like Yojo Senki, which is basically the, I guess you could translate it as like the records of war logs. How do you call them? Battle journals of a young girl, which somehow gets translated to the saga of Tanya the Evil. And the most annoying part, if you like take the kanji, so Yojo Senki, and put it in Google Translate, you get the saga of Tanya the Evil as the only translation. I mean, it used to. I guess it's changed now. They give you alternate translation, but I think like the main one is still that thing, which there's no mention of Tanya or anything, or evil or any kind of those things. There's just like translation of the official translation kind of messes up the thing. Like it's not a literal translation. Wait, people are still watching this? That's odd. I didn't expect anyone to be watching this. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep going because I like this show. But yeah, I'll try to find if there's anywhere online where you can legally watch this show, Tonari and Seki-kun. Basically my neighbor, Seki-kun. And yeah, it's a fun little show. It's not that long. There's like 12 episodes maybe, or 24, I don't know. It was short, sadly. Well, also, I think the author, if you can mention, it was like they went on hiatus for a while. The reason given was like they were running out of ideas. They needed time to like collect ideas. You can't do that in the US. It depends on the media, I guess. You can't like say you have a, well, maybe you can. I don't know if anybody does that. Like you have a popular, like, I don't like the word IP, intellectual property, which just annoys me to no end. Like it's like, oh, this is my idea now, my property. It's like an idea is like an abstract concept, and you like say, oh, this is mine. That's like irritating. But yeah, anybody can get the same idea. I mean, there's good. It's good, like worded different, but yeah. So yeah, like in the US, I don't think you can do that. You can do that in England, in British media, like sometimes like the author is sick or something, and oh well, that's sad. Well, we can't do the show anymore. The author's sick. There's gonna be no more things. That happens in Japan all the time, and people, I guess, because of the way Japan's a great country, but everybody's very stressed out and and it's hard living there. Not that I would know. I'm just like recounting secondhand, but that's what I've gathered more or less. Okay, now this is these are like hard edges. So be careful. And this is the top of the disc. What was I even talking about? I lost my train of thought. So, no clue. It's talking about life in Japan, blah blah, very hard. What else? Oh yeah, authors getting sick in Japan, I guess. Happens all the time. Like people will take breaks from the manga they're publishing or something because they're sick for health reasons, or like you can't really do that in the US, I guess. Although, well, because mostly like the way things are structured, like if you have a TV show that's like running on a network, like even if you came up with the original idea, the network was producing the show will like assign writers, so people basically paid what do you call it? Doujinshi? No, not doujinshi. Like basically, it's basically fan generated content, but like paid. So basically, you have someone just paid to like come up with stories that match the original concept. That's how I see it anyway. So even if the original author is sick, dies, or otherwise doesn't want to continue, like I think that's well, at least that's what I've gotten the impression of it. Like in Japan, like the author retains the rights to the thing they've created, whereas in the US or anywhere else, well, I guess mostly in the US, like if you create something and you have it distributed by some big company, that big company will be like, okay, this is our property now, you just get a cut of it. And say you're not happy or something, sometimes it's like just, okay, you no longer have the rights to the thing you created. They can keep creating it, whether you like it or not, and decide to like go in a different direction than what you envisioned. Too bad. I mean, that happens, I guess. You gotta be careful when dealing with those things. That's why sometimes you like find shows in the US. They start out great, like really good first season, very nice, and then the next season's like trash. One example of that is what's it called? Andromeda. It was a sci-fi show called Andromeda. I think it was by Gene Roddenberry, maybe the guy who did Star Trek. Or at least I know he did Babylon 5. The part of it. So basically, he did like the first two seasons, which were great. Like he wrote like the first two seasons, or like helped write the first two seasons because it's like a team of people. And then I think it was the main actor who's, I guess he later stars in like those Christian movies, really shitty ones. What's his name? Hercules guy. Basically, he ruined that show. That was like shitty season 3 and 4. And then season 5 came along, was a little better, but it still ended up like shit. The whole thing was shit. The ending was kind of crap. That's how we remember it anyway. There's a very crap ending. Wait, whatever happened to Stargate? I'm thinking about it. There was a TV show, Stargate. I think we were in about 10 seasons or something. I don't know how it ended. Can't remember. It had MacGyver in it. Richard Dean Anderson. That ended somehow. And I think they tried to like reboot it a few times, but like it didn't happen. They tried to make it more gritty or something. And that got cancelled. That's the thing I don't like about the US. Well, that's when like things get cancelled or like axed. Sometimes you find something which is like you can really get behind it. It just gets cancelled because not enough people. It's not selling enough, which is why we need to get rid of capitalism. If the only metric for success is how commercially successful something is, that's just bullshit. You need to get rid of that. Like if something has a few fans, it doesn't have to like. I mean, for example, what's it called? AO3 is an example of like. You can start off with something and then you can just let the people who like really are passionate about it just go nuts of it and archive on our own, which I only heard from it secondhand. I don't have an account there. Nope, I do not. And yeah. Anyway, that's enough rambling. Let's just get to building this thing. Cleaned all the pieces. Very simple. Let's see. Very, very easy to build. So put the chair together. So I'm assuming it's this one, that one piece here, this, and then these pieces. Okay. I don't really have how Japanese like school chair thing is assembled. Is this like okay, it is square, so it does have a certain, it will only fit in a certain way, so there's that. This one's just round, and this one fits that way. Right, so easy peasy. It's not press fit, you're supposed to glue it together, and should be careful when you press these because these are polystyrene, and if you press too hard you could just warp and like completely, you could accidentally crush the whole thing. So you need to be careful when you're pressing these together. I'm saying that, but I'm probably putting too much force in this. And we take a dot. Okay, dot, not too much. Press a bit, like when you, like the plastic cement will melt the plastic a little bit and like actually like it seeps in because it's very fine, and it will like reach into the in between the thing and like melt them together. And like if there was like something wasn't fitting right, it would like make it fit better. It will basically like close the gaps. So press, make sure you don't push the wrong side, which might end up warping the, there we go, see? I don't know if you can see it or not, but it's like the gaps are closed. I guess polystyrene is an easy plastic to like glue with plastic cement because it's very, it melts easily. Okay, so that was a chair. This is the other chair. So put it together first, this way. Press like not too hard so that you don't break the plastic. gently. There's the middle part here. And there. This one doesn't matter. Okay, press gently. That was scary. Came off. See, that's the problem. You can easily like snap the pegs off. So turn this a bit. It's like if you turn it a bit, if it's round, you can turn it. You can make it fit a little better. Okay. Auto glue. Dot. Press, and melts it together. Okay, that works. And the dot, and another, this one all the way came out. Okay, so dot, okay, press, what are we talking about? There we go. We have 2 chair frames ready to go. And they're a bit flimsy. But I'll forgive it because it was very cheap. Get rid of those flashing stuff. I think I got rid of this. It's gonna be painted anyway, but it's good to like. This one goes inside. Wait a minute. Is this? Oh, right, okay. So that's the underside of the desk. Is there a certain orientation to the desk? Sorry, what I'm talking about. There's no symmetrical on all, like, both axes. So, if it fits, it fits. Okay, so that should be it. I'm skipping ahead a bit, but whatever. So let's put the back of the chair on here. Sure, there's nothing I need to remove. The more rounded part goes on top. So that's pressed here. Okay. Now I think, well, this helps hold the structure in place. Oh, there's still a bit of flashing here. A bit of a nub left over. Gently. Super gently. Okay. And we press this in here, also there gently. Yeah, it's already the right color, but I think like it would benefit from being painted. Especially to get rid of those weird polystyrene cooling artifact. Oh, let's put a dot here, because and press. Okay, let's glue this together. Yeah, see, it's like, I don't know if you can see it, but I get there's train marks on the thing already. And this can pass as rivets. Yeah. There's train marks already on the plastic, just being pushed. I guess a tiny rivet here. Okay. And a dot, I guess. Just brush it gently in between. I think I can glue this on here too. Yeah, that should like add extra strength to the structure. It'll take like a couple of hours to like fully cure. Well, maybe like 20 minutes or something. I don't know. It's a couple of hours, but it's not like seconds. Like it feels like it already melts and bonds, but you really need a while for it to like fully join. So am I still in frame? Yes, I am. Is the audio still working? I hope so. There may be some. Let me listen in because I feel there may be some choppy sound here. Nope. Yeah, Kevin Sorbo. That's right. Oh, hello, returning viewer. How you doing? Yeah, Kevin Sorbo. I think I was mentioning earlier. I just saw the chat. I need to like pay attention to the screen over there. Yeah, Kevin Sorbo basically ruined Andromeda, the TV show. Yeah, that was a. I mean, if I'm to believe like that. I mean, back in the day, there were things called paper magazines, and some of them published stories about like TV shows and whatnot. So I think it was Reader's Digest, which is a magazine. It's a small thing. Well, Reader's Digest. Basically, it's like they take like articles and stories from all over user submitted stories and basically like compile it in like a small thing that's published monthly. And I remember reading in that Kevin Sorbo basically was like, yeah, I'm gonna like push my like throw my weight around because I'm the lead actor, and yeah, the producers had to listen to me and stuff. So basically this is what I got, like he basically ruined Andromeda. Hello, yeah, MSG City Layer 1. Thanks for the comment there. So I commented yesterday too on that thing. The other thing I did, so yeah, I definitely need to start paying. I need to like it should play a sound. I need to like OBS should play a sound. I use OBS for like streaming, I guess like most people do. Most people aren't going to like pay for software where like the open source software exists and does the job perfectly well. Oops, wait a minute. The fingerprint? Yeah. Yeah, this is probably why you need to like paint this afterwards, or at least sand it a little bit, because the so yeah, the plastic cement is very fine, so it seeps everywhere into every little gap, and that's good. That's how it's supposed to work. But it can sometimes like seep back onto the surface where you're not trying to get it, and like your fingerprints get like etched into the plastic, which kind of happened here. I don't know, you can probably not see it, but yeah. But yeah, I mean, like those things can be taken care of. Like, I do have like, I don't know, like 1,000 grit sandpaper somewhere, like small strips of it, and you could probably like polish it a bit. You need like very fine sandpaper for this thing, because if you use like the most common ones are like 200 grit, or like even 60 grit, I think is considered fine. 60 or 80 grit is considered fine sandpaper, like gray one. But you need like above that, maybe like 500 or even 1,000. So basically, to very gently smooth it out without like leaving any kind of like scrapey pattern. So let's get more of this thing here. Try not to just put a line in the whole thing. Okay, let's try not to get my fingerprints again on this. All right. Press without like warping the plastic. A generous dot there. and there, and I guess along the whole thing. There you have it. 2 chairs. A pair of chairs. Nice. Well, they're just chairs, so. But it's always nice to see things come together. Okay, I need to get this one out. It's like in a weird position. I don't think I can reach it with the file, so I might damage it. So sometimes you have to very gently. Okay. Alright, now for the desk part, disassembly. 1, do the lid, and then the bottom. That's easy enough. I already did one of those over there, so let's go with whichever one fits. Yeah, it fits. And then we dot around. You put it like against the gap, and it should flow in like the because of capillary action or what have you. So it will flow in and, well, just do its thing. Like the plastic cement slightly melts the plastic, so even like tiny gaps will get closed. Or at least would appear to be closed. If I get this one in here, okay, I think that's enough. You press a bit, try not to press too hard because like it will, like we did on the chair earlier, it may leave fingerprints. Maybe I should start wearing like gloves. It's been a trend where everybody's wearing those black latex gloves whenever they're building something or they're cooking. It's like if I feel like it would get in the way, I wouldn't be able to like feel what I'm doing. Okay, some more dots here, dot there. Dot, dot. And probably putting a bit more than the other one, but whatever. There we go. Oh, one more, I guess. Like it will melt the plastic dust. So I will use as material for like bonding if there's any dust left over from the sanding and polishing and messed up already. Yeah, you can come in later and like clean it off once it's completely cured and all the like solvent from plastic has evaporated, because if you do it while it's still soft, you'll get like some eraser kind of like shavings coming off, and it'll basically like, I don't know how to put it, curdle like milk that's gone bad. So just let it dry completely. Well, I mean, it's gonna be, let me see. I mean, it's not too bad. I'm just like polishing the points of contact a little bit. Let's say it's very, it'll be fine. Like it's not that visible. Okay, so that's that, and then you just put that on there. There's no, I mean, it is symmetrical, so it should go either way. These are the traditional desks. I had something like that when I went to school. I don't think they do that in the US. It's like a different, oh wait, hold on. Let's see if this is a... Yep, slightly. I think I didn't do the side. Maybe I missed it. Trying to get rid of all the, like, where I won't be able to reach later on to clean it up. Get rid of all the flashing and all that. I mean, a coat of paint, like if you put primer on it. Oh, what is this? Interesting. What's that for? Is something supposed to go there? There's a weird dent. It's on both of them, and it is in the diagram, so I don't know what it's for. Maybe it has some purpose. Yep, another one here. Missed. Yeah, sometimes it looks like there's a bit of a nub. It's just the stress marks in the plastic that like go deeper than the surface, like that, and you can't really get them out. It's already smooth, so can't get it out more than that without damaging the part. No, there's holes in here. Oops. Okay, this one's not fitting in. Where is it gonna go? Let's try to separate this without damaging it. This hole has a problem. Let's see if we can smooth that out. Alright. And then we just glue our thing here. Nicely done. You can use these are useful to have, like the plastic clamps. They're very gentle. They don't apply a lot of pressure. You can use them to like hold parts together. Well, probably shouldn't use metal clamps because those will like scratch the surface. Okay. It's kind of a boring build, I guess, but it is fun for me, so what you gonna do? Oh, do I have enough of those? I guess I don't. I do have a few. Okay. So 1, 2, and 3. Then take our plastic clamps here. Just press on these. Okay. So while this one's curing a little bit, let's check on this one. Yep. And now we build the legs. So I think this is just to indicate where the front is. Well, I guess you have the hole here at the back, which indicates where the front is, so you don't really need that. So this goes there. All right. And all the same length, I guess. Well, actually, let me just twist that in here first. You know what? Let's just remove this. Oh no, I guess I can't. I have to put those two in first. Oops. Careful not to destroy everything. This is where the stick would be helpful. Piece of wood to press against, and you can like press into those places where your fingers are too big to reach. Okay. Then this one somehow I need to make it go in here. So there, I'll do it. This one, same here. I think it's the same size. Yeah, they're both A2, so they're all the same size. Twist a bit to make it go in. There. And you press again here with the stick, which is basically a skewer for some, I guess, barbecue kind of skewer. And dot, and dot, and dot, and dot, and dot, and dot there, dot there, dot, and dot. And then we just press some more to make sure, because the cement will loosen it a bit so it can go all the way in. Oops, careful. Join, press, and there you have it, a completed desk and chair set. Look at this. It's a miracle. Well, no, it's a miracle. It's a thing. There you go. And I do the other one. Can I even like a... I don't know if you're still, oh, probably left. I need to pay attention to chat more. Some people have them displayed on the screen while they're doing the live stream, but I can eventually I'll probably like reuse the footage that I've uploaded to YouTube directly and oh wait a second, wrong side. And like re-edit the video if needed. I want to be retired already. Have nothing to do. Okay, so this one goes here, here eventually. Try to hide the nubs against the hidden surface, and like in between hidden surfaces. And same with the flashing here, but try to like, or like somewhere where you won't be able to see it, like down or something. And then you use your wooden stick to press. And press. And press some more. Now final dots everywhere. Dot. 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 Dot some more. It's probably using too much here. You're supposed to use like the tiniest amount. And that's enough. You just need to like drip a tiny bit in between the gaps. So that's that. Press, press. There we go. 2 fully completed sets of chairs. And there you go. So they're supposed to be neighbors, so... Well, the hooks were only on... This doesn't really show, but like I thought the hooks were only like on one side of the desk, but I guess they are on both. For symmetry, so now you have, yay, 2 sets of chairs here. I need to find out if they did other stuff for this show. Okay, so I'm gonna see if I can. This is a guest. This is an RG. Oops, yeah, RG. That's why it's like everything's falling apart. Real grade RX-71 or RX-78-2. Slightly modified. I think the chest. The thing that annoyed me here is like in here there's supposed to be the flyer for the. There's basically a that's why I don't like the Federation ships. The Federation this one's always falling apart. This was the first real grade kit. Yeah, it's still falling apart. The hell. It's always falling apart to bits. I wonder if it's gonna fit. Probably not. Yeah, your legs are too big. You can't do anything, can you? And if I do my legs straight like that, does this work? I do this. You can't really put Gundam on this thing. Gundams have too much armor on them. Okay, does it sit kinda? Not really. Looks like crap. You're probably gonna fit even less. This is an RG MS something, MS-06. Xeon has better mobile suits, hands down. Wait a minute, how is it supposed to like go forward then? 3 times the speed. Okay, you're supposed to twist a bit. There you go. I don't think you'll fit. Nope, you're not even gonna fit. You're way too large. Forget it. You can just stand there. But basically, I guess it's the right size for Gundams if Gundams were like slimmer. But yeah. This thing's falling apart. I'm just touching it, it's already falling apart. Like the earlier real grade kits were a bit finicky. They're not that great. I mean, they're great, but not that great. They're nice to look at and build, but you just leave them alone and they have the same problem as Kotobukiya stuff. I'm just going to take these guys out. Okay, so our 2 desks here. See if we can go down a bit. Okay, 2 desks, 2 chairs. Completely pointless thing, but yeah, I can't get everything in the shot, but whatever. This work? Yeah, kinda. I mean, it's a thing. And to see if I may have other kits I can like put on there that are similar size to 1114 kits. Anyway, yeah, it's a very simple kit. There's not much to it. The only difficulty, I guess, is the fact that you have to glue it together. That's all. Otherwise, it's like easy. How long did I take on this? 1 hour and 20 minutes. Seriously? How do we do that? Like, it's like, well, the assembly probably took like not long, or 30 minutes. Most of the time, it's just like discussing things and slowly. Most of the work is like just cleaning the parts, making sure there's nothing that's gonna get in the way. Just inspecting things. Okay, you can. It's a 2-scale 1/12 Japanese school desk. I guess high school or something. You don't have stuff like that in the US, so if you like putting your chairs on the table, you have to clean. You have done that. I had to do that at school. Then you clean under your desks after school. Okay. But anyway, there we go. Very simple. Tonari no Seki-kun, my neighbor Seki, which is, I don't know if that's been like released in the outside of Japan or translated in any way, but yeah, it's a fun show. Comes with this kit comes with like a bunch of like things you can I guess you can just place on the thing. It's not stickers or anything. It's just like sheet of printed paper. There's some paper craft stuff here, which I don't know how you're gonna do. You'll very carefully, I guess, cut it. There's like, yeah, it's very cheaply printed, so it would have been better if they put the extra effort of, say, making this like a sheet of plastic, printed sheet of plastic, thin plastic, and like things are pre-cut so you can just remove them easily. There's like a bunch of like erasers you can build. I don't know how you're gonna do that. You probably need a very sharp hobby knife. I don't think this one's gonna work. The tip here is a bit blunt. The rest is fine, but the tip here is probably a little bit blunt. You need like a sharp point thing and just cut each of these individually and like glue on this little tab here and fold it. But yeah, otherwise not much to say about these. It's just like neighboring seats, and it's just a collector's item for like the show. Like if you enjoyed the show, like you'll just have some attachment to this thing. Snap kits? I don't think so. Those are glue kits, and not snap kits. Accessory for 112 movable figures. Yeah, that's it. But it's not a snap kit, so you don't have the figures with you. But yeah, it's fun. You just take a look at like, I'll try to like see if they might do more for the show. But anyway, that's it. I'll move these back. Try to get an ending shot maybe. And thank you for anyone who watched. Thank you for anyone who commented. Give us a like, give us a subscribe if you want to. And yeah, have a good day or good night wherever you are.